Hey guys, welcome to another video. Pickups July 2018 and also a couple of updates on projects that are going on behind the scenes. So in this video we will have a look at items we purchased for the channel, stuff that companies sent us to review and take a look at, but also donations from you guys. So let's have a look what we have from July of 2018. So first up we have a donation from Harrison, thank you very much. He donated a video card, a processor and some memory. So we have the Radeon 9600 Pro Advantage with 128 megabyte of video memory. The core clock is identical with a standard 9600 Pro, but the memory is downclocked a little bit, but that's not a big deal. This will be perfectly fine for Windows 98. It has plenty of performance. And the processor is a Pentium 805 running at 2.66 GHz, 4-socket 775. The memory looks very interesting. We've got lots of cooling going on here. And I haven't had a chance to test the memory and see what it is. It mentions 2G here, so 2 gigabytes. That's got to be either DDR2 or DDR3 memory. And here we have a few gadgets from Banggood out of China. Links will be down below in the description. Now these are items that I find interesting and I believe that some of you also might find interesting, but they're not substantial enough or not relevant enough to the channel to do a proper video on. So this is a video card cooler. This is very similar to the models I've used in projects in the past. You're looking at $8.49, including postage, and it's compatible with many video cards. It has all sorts of mounting holes. And in terms of cooling performance, I have used such a cooler on a GeForce FX 5950 Ultra. So there's heaps of cooling potential. It's really inspired by the Zalman cooler. So that's a cooler I can definitely recommend. And here we have some RAM heatsinks. So these are $6, you get 8 pieces and yep, you just stick them onto the memory chips on your video card to keep them nice and cool. And here we have some anti-vibration fan mounts. So fans, yes, they make some noise, but very often it's actually the vibrations that transfer from the fan onto the computer case that make most of the noise. So you can use these rubber fan mounts to make them quieter. 20 of these in a pack and you're looking at $6. And here we have a RGB gaming mouse. It's only $8 including postage, and I've been using this for 2 weeks in the computer lab and yep, doing all my spreadsheets and benchmarking and positively surprised. It works really well. It's got a breathing RGB effect. You can't change the pattern. There's also a button here to change the DPI for the sensitivity, and all the buttons, they feel nice and smooth. So does the mouse wheel. So for $8, you can't go wrong. And this month we got quite a few PayPal donations. Thank you, Ivan. Also, thank you, Michael. He made a very generous donation and he writes, "Thanks for the great retro computing videos." Also, thank you to Sean for the donation. Thank you, Malcolm. He left a message. "Thanks for the great work. Keep it up. Your channel is one of the best retro hardware channels out there. Thank you so much." We also got a generous donation from Serge. That's the Dream Blaster guy who does all the wavetable modules as well as parallel port sound cards and more. He writes, "Hey Phil, keep up the great channel. You live too far away to invite you for dinner. Have a good one." And we also got a donation from Spence Pharmacy. They're writing, "Thanks Phil, great work on your channel. Really enjoy your comments on Bogongs and your contributions to the community." And we also got a very generous donation from Rüdiger. He writes, "Thank you for all your hard work. My retro machine finally runs also thanks to you." And also Jason, thank you for your donation. So I bought 2 of these Celeron D processors running at 3.46 GHz. Now usually Celeron processors are to be avoided, but these are also based on the SATA mill core with the D0 revision, so they are low power, and yeah, can't wait to benchmark this one and see how it compares against the Pentium 4. And these 2 processors I purchased because Random Gaming in HD, he did a review on these processors. So that's a Pentium 6500K with an unlocked multiplier, and they were pretty cheap, so I purchased 2 of them off eBay. And here we have 2 Pentium 4 processors. This one is the 651 running at 3.4 GHz. That one has the SATA mill core. We actually did a video on that not too long ago. I will put a link up here in the cards for you to check out. These are low power, only 65 watts, and it makes a huge difference when you're building a Pentium 4 retro gaming PC. And I just want to give a quick update and follow up on this thin client computer, because some of you have actually purchased one. So there might not be another dedicated video, but do keep an eye out on Twitter and Facebook. That's where I post any updates. So we had an issue with the riser card. I now found one that is perfect, that has the exact right height. It comes out of eBay from the UK, so I will put a link down below in the video description. Also, we might be getting a better BIOS. Mike Cullen, he contacted us on Facebook and he's been taking the BIOS apart, and he has fixed the issue with the graphics card under Windows 98. If you watch the video and if you've got one of these machines, we had to use one of those generic VESA drivers. But yeah, he's busy trying to get all the features out of the BIOS, even overclocking and whatnot. So yeah, watch the space. There's definitely a lot more to come. And I'm also working on a dedicated video looking at storage options for laptops and thin clients using the 44-pin IDE interface. Now that video to do with the storage options is something I really look forward to. I don't know what it is about small gadgets, but I love buying stuff off eBay and just trying them out and having fun with it. And storage options, oh my god, there are so many options. So we're going to look at SD cards, compact flash, but also hard drives, of course, normal SSDs, but also mSATA SSDs and M.2 and all sorts of other things. So here I've got my 2 bags of storage tricks. There's just too much to show right now. And also from Banggood, I asked them if I could have a mSATA SSD. So they sent us a 64 gigabyte rec data mSATA SSD. I'll put a link down below in the description. It's got very decent performance just by looking at the performance in a USB 3 adapter, and perfect for more modern operating systems where the performance, for example, for a compact flash card is not quite up to scratch. And I bought some more ATI FireGL X3 video cards. Now there's a bit of a story behind these. So the FireGL X3 is ATI's top AGP workstation video card. Now I bought 2 of these from a German eBay seller. Unfortunately, one had missing capacitors, so it wasn't worth sending it back. The shipping is quite expensive, so I reached out to the seller and said, look, one of them is faulty. I'd like to buy more of these cards. Actually, how about I buy another 2 and you put a 3rd one in the box, and then that's it. And the cards arrived. Unfortunately, out of those 3, only 1 was working. So really disappointed. And yeah, it just shows a lot of eBay sellers out there that don't really know what they're doing. They're not testing the cards properly. They just want to take advantage of the retro passion of us. So be a little bit careful. So I'm going through the usual eBay process of trying to get a refund. The money is not really the issue. It's more the time, like me having to test all the cards and putting it in eBay, communicating with the seller. All time that's wasted that I could use to make another video for you guys. So yeah, lots of stuff going on behind the scenes that I never show in the videos, but this is just one of the issues of dealing with broken parts that arrive and sellers are not really testing the hardware. And here we have another FireGL card. Remember that cheap FireGL T264 we reviewed not too long ago? It was low profile and it needed a special breakout cable. Well, this is the faster version. This is the T2-128. So it's got double the memory, 128 megabytes, and it's also clocked higher. So this is on the level of the 9600 Pro. And I've benchmarked it. It checks out in terms of performance. It offers identical performance to the 9600 Pro. You just gotta use the FireGL drivers instead of the standard Radeon Catalyst drivers. And we have another FireGL. I'm really excited to get this one. This is the FireGL X1, which is basically the 9700 Pro, the workstation equivalent. Just like with all the other 9700 cards, it has a metal shim around the GPU area that needs to be removed. So that was the first thing I did. And of course I applied some fresh thermal paste and I put on a proper GPU cooler. And yep, it checks out in terms of performance, just like a 9700 Pro, but it was a lot cheaper. So yep, those FireGL cards, they're still flying under the radar a little bit, but word is definitely gonna spread soon. So once again, if you find one of these for a good price, definitely go for it. But don't pay as much as for a proper 9700 Pro, because you can't use all the Catalyst drivers. So keep that in mind. They should sell for less than a proper 9700 Pro. And I bought two Arctic fans. These are the F9 PWM. I bought these for one of my small form factor machines. I did a video project recently on upgrading various aspects from cooling to storage, USB 3 for a HP Elite 8200. And that machine is all decked out and upgraded. But I've got another machine, my main workstation, which is a HP Z220. And I still have to do the fan mod on those. So guys, there you have it. These are all the items that arrived to our computer lab in July of 2018. If there's anything you found interesting, or you got a question or some feedback, maybe you've used one of these items, leave them down below in the comments. Always eager to hear from you. And that's it for this video. As always, the usual YouTube stuff. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click on that notification bell so you get updates on future videos. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you soon with another one.